welcome to Let's Talk Ghosts with Sunray. I'm Sunray. Hope you're all having a spooktacular kind of day. First question. Who likes the Ninja Turtles? That's right. If you do, make sure to leave me a note in the comment section letting me know which Ninja Turtle is your favorite. Mine personally is Mikey. I could sit there and eat pizza with him all day and have stupid ass conversations. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Ghosts. So this week I have some really awesome ladies that submitted their stories to me. So I live in Colorado and I'm a part of this Facebook group called Colorado Blazin Ladies. Basically, it's a bunch of stoner women who get together and we have created like a family-like environment. We support each other, we love each other, and we blaze each other baskets. Like goodies in it, your favorite snacks, your favorite things of your favorite color, and your favorite weed. So if you're in Colorado, look up this link and check it out. And yeah, you have to be 21 to join. Smoker friendly. It's 420. Colorado Blazin Ladies. It's great. So this story is from Brandy. She's got a spectacular story. Okay, so this is what she wrote me. She has a little bit of typed messages, some videos, and some audio that I'll be sharing with you guys. So she goes, so one time we had a 5-gallon jug of water on top of the refrigerator that had been there for probably 3 years, and my mom moved home. She was sitting in her chair at the table, and the jug of water came flying off the fridge, landed in the dog's water bowl, and flew the dog's water straight into her face. Like, welcome home, Mom. Another time, she says, one time my family was all outside, all of my grandchildren and all my children were playing in the snow, and I was in my bathroom in the master bedroom. I heard everyone come in and all of the commotion, everybody taking their boots off and everybody excited, so I hurried up and finished going to the bathroom, and I walked out and not one person was in the house. They were all still outside. Creepy. And then she says, one time in our upstairs bathroom, I was sitting on the toilet and I heard, will somebody help me please? Come out of the heater vent. So, Brandy, I don't get goosebumps very often or chills when I read a story, but girl, when I read that one, I got creeped out. Like, if I was ever to be using the bathroom and I heard that, I would probably never go back into that bathroom. Probably move. And then she says, one time the vents on her swamp cooler were turned upside down and sideways. So she did submit a video and I'm going to show that to you right now.
So I was standing at the top of the stairs and my mom was where I'm in. She was talking to me and she looked up behind me and those vents were upside down and sideways in that spot. There's no way to do that unless you get up on a ladder and specifically do each one. I just opened the swamp cooler for the season. So I know how to do it. But anyway, yeah, so my mom looked up and they were all upside down.
All right, guys, so those were her swamp cooler vents. And then she continues to tell me, one time I was smoking in my room and I lost my black lighter. And I looked everywhere for it, literally everywhere. And I finally asked the ghost for it back. I turned around and it was in the middle of my white comforter on my bed. In our house, we ask ghosts for it back. You know, it's so funny because I do the same thing. Like, anytime anything goes missing in my house, I'm always like, my ghost's name is Jim. And I always go, Jim, put it back. And ironically enough, it always shows up. And it's always somewhere right where it was like in front of our faces. I mean, you can't miss something that's in front of your face. So I definitely do believe that ghosts like to play tricks on you like that. Let me see here. I lost my place. Okay, so then this other time she says, the attic door on her bedroom was completely upside down and sideways. There's no possible way it could have been any wind. So she sent me 2 videos, and here they are right now.
Okay, so that door, so this was full of stuff that happens to be on my dresser right now because we had somebody looking about the solar. But anyway, so I had all this shit on top of there, and that door was upside down and sideways. There's no way it could have been the wind. If it would have come through my window, it would have knocked everything that was up there off if it would have been that high of a wind to knock that fucking thing out of its seat. Like, we don't even go up there. We've never been up there in the 30 years, 40 years we've owned this house. There's nothing up there of ours. And so for that to be open and up and upside down and sideways was just fucking nuts. You know what I mean?
All right, so that's creepy as hell. I don't know how on earth you can even sleep with an attic in your bedroom. Um, Kudos to you, girl. So I did ask Brandy if she ever looked up the history on her house and like how long she's lived there. She's lived there since 1987, so she's lived there for quite some time. It'd be like what, 34 years that she's lived in this house. And she said that her parents built the house, but it's on Sand Creek land. If you have any information about Sand Creek land, definitely type it in the comments and let me know. She also says that she's had people live with her on and off, and they always say that they see two little girls. They always see them. Alright, so this next part is a video of her, and I'm going to show that right now.
One time my ex-husband had spent hours making me a candle, and it was up there on the top shelf, and it was up there for years. It was so heavy. It was this giant fucking, it was in a thing like that big aloe's in, it was in something like that. Anyway, spent forever, and it had been up there forever and a fucking day, and one day it fell off. Just one day it just fucking fell off the shelf.
So yeah, I definitely think that was pushed off. I don't think it just fell. Definitely something pushed that off, maybe to get your attention or something. Okay, so this next clip is going to be an audio clip, and it's of her son. Her son actually participated and shared his experience. And then in between that, there's going to be a video and a little bit of Brandy talking. And yeah, check it out.
Yeah, yo, I don't know if I remember this or the whole thing, but for real, I was like pretty sure I was like sitting in my living room, which is my bedroom, which is your bedroom right now. And then I heard you scream. I heard you scream my name, and ran downstairs and like was like, "What's up, dude? Are y'all home or what?" And there was nothing. And then I'm pretty sure what happened. I'm pretty sure the light in the kitchen turned on and off. And as I was like coming down the stairs, the light above the stairs was turning on and off, and that's all I needed. And then I just ran out. And that was all at the same time where Grandpa had that small little tube TV in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure, or we still had it. And that motherfucker every night would turn on and turn off throughout the night on its own. And one time when y'all were gone, the fucking keys, dude, or something, well, I think it was keys that were on the counter, just flew across the room and fucking landed by the fridge in the kitchen.
I actually forgot about the first time that the ghosts showed themselves in our house. Hold on. My daughter had just had oral surgery, and she was asleep on the bench in the kitchen, and I was dating a cop. He was living here. My parents were gone. They were in Texas, and Anthony was asleep upstairs, and I heard the garage door. Hold on. So I heard this door. I heard it, and I was upstairs in the kitchen. So I peeked around the corner like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I couldn't figure it out. And anyway, so I ran upstairs, and my boyfriend at the time was sleeping in the bedroom. And I remember standing in his room, and my kids were asleep, standing in our room. And I didn't know whether I should wake him up or not, because I didn't know. And then something shadowed the light in the living room. And so I woke him up, and I'm like, oh my God, right? Fucking mad at us. And the dog was downstairs with BJ, so we couldn't even go down and get the dog to like protect us. So anyway, all this shit happened, and then all of a sudden, this was like 1 a.m. in the morning, and my phone rang, the house phone rang, and it scared me. And so I fucking, it jolted me, and I was like, and I picked it up, like, who the fuck is calling? And it was a dial tone, and I just threw the phone. We all slept in my bedroom that night.
All right, and then I had got one more story from Brandy. She says, one time our next door neighbor was over helping my mom put together a bike for one of my grandchildren for Christmas. It was after my dad had died, and the light behind Roger blew up right here in the living room. He just looked at my mom and goes, let me guess, Ronnie? It was hilarious. I agree, every now and then these ghost stories can be a little funny, especially if it's like that last situation. I want to say super thank you, Brandy, for giving me these stories. I really hope we can get together sometime and talk about more ghost stories. I know you told me you guys could talk for days about this stuff and all the experiences you've had in your house. So I would actually really love to just come over to your house and talk to you about it there. Let me know what you think. All right, so this next one is going to be a voice clip from Mary. Lovely Mary, thank you. Enjoy this.
So my ex-mother-in-law passed away of an overdose. 2 days later, we took a picture in between the bedroom and the bathroom, and there was a mirror, and she was standing behind us. It was the most eerie feeling in the world.
Wow, Mary, thank you for sharing that little voice clip with me. I really do appreciate it. It's kind of sentimental a little bit sometimes when you catch family members and pictures and stuff. It's, you know, a reminder that they're always there with you. So yeah, that's really good. I did ask Mary if she had that photo still. Unfortunately, you know, over time we lose photos and videos and whatnot. So unfortunately, she did not have that video anymore or the picture anymore. But great story. Thank you for sharing. This next one is from lovely Brittany. Check it out.
So when I was a child, maybe between like 7 and 10, I want to say, we lived in this apartment complex that was 7 stories high, and we lived on the 5th floor, and it was just this little corner apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, nothing super fancy. My mom was a single mom with 4 kids, so she had her bed in the living room, and my sister and I shared a room, and my brother shared a room with our other sister. And the rooms were on opposite sides of this hallway, and the hallway was just short, long enough for a double sinked vanity, and at the end of the hallway was the bathroom. And we used to see these shadows walking down the hallway, and we never really thought much of it. My sisters were young, maybe like a year or 2 old, maybe 3. Sometimes we would think it was their shadow walking down the hallway, or, you know, we finally figured out one night, I guess, or we just figured out that the shadow was a ghost of a little girl, and we don't know how she got there or what would happen, but this little girl would just walk out of one of the bedrooms and down the hallway, and she would turn on the blow dryer. It would just randomly start drying in the middle of the night during broad daylight. You know, it was never when any other people were around, but it was always with the family members there. My mom witnessed it. I myself witnessed it. My brother witnessed it. And then where my mom's bed was, if you would sit on it in the living room and just kind of glance to your left, you would be able to see like a figure of an old man standing in our kitchen. They were never harmful to us. They were never scary or malevolent, but that little girl was definitely a trickster.
Right on, Brittany. Thank you so much for sharing your story. How ironic is it that they never do it when anybody else is around? It's like they want to make you sound crazy or something. But yeah, you know, living in apartments on and off my whole life, I've realized a lot of apartment buildings are really haunted. Um, and oddly enough, it's always a little girl. I had a little girl in my apartment when I was little too. Um, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I'd have friends stay over that didn't even know each other, and they would both tell me they would see her or a rocking chair rocking in my bedroom. And I didn't have a rocking chair in my bedroom. So that was weird. But this little girl's like silhouette would always pop up in my bedroom door. All right, well, that is all of my stories that I have for this week. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have a ghost story that you want to share with me, or you maybe possibly want to be on the podcast, I can interview you. I just figured it out. I can do it all through Zoom, record it, boom, throw it on here. It'll be great. So, do me a favor, and if you have stories, email me at letstalkghosts22@gmail.com. I look forward to getting all your stories, and thank you so much for being here again. Episode 5, woohoo, we're halfway through this. I'm going to go about every 10 episodes and take a break to regroup and everything. But yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Keep it creepy, and have a spectacular night.